My top picks for head shavers, all you need to know about head shavers in 2025. Yes, that is the title, and that is exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video. How to maintain your shaving head, the fast and effective ways, and also which top head shavers do I pick in 2025. Now, I will say this, I am going back to last year. It's been about a year, 2024 in June, I released a video on top head shavers of 2024. Now, there are a lot that I'm going to talk about in this video that did not make that list. And there's a lot of them here of the saying that is not going to make this list, but they're going to be mentioned because these are some ones that I have had the chance of this last year to try out. Since that video, I've tried several, and I've done a couple of different videos, maybe, I don't know, several videos, I guess I should say, of different head shavers throughout this last year that I've tried. Now, I've told you kind of like my experience that I've had with some of them. I've showed the cons, I've showed the pros, why I like it, why I don't like it, why I would caution you to not buy it, and why somebody may want it. Okay, so I'm going to discuss this in this video as well. But before I really get into it, welcome to BHT, Beards, Heads, and Threads YouTube channel. This is where I talk about a lot of head shaving stuff, beard care stuff, and just fashion, men's grooming in general. And so this is what we do on this channel. So hopefully you find good content here. And if you do, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I put a lot of content out and a lot of things to help men make good decisions and save their money when it comes to beard care and head shaving, stuff like that. So with that being said, first thing I want to talk about, I'm just going to get the ones out of the way. I'm just going to actually, before I really get into this, I'm going to share which ones I'm going to talk about in this video. Okay. So here are the ones that are going to be mentioned in this video. Now, again, not all of these are going to be like my top picks, and I'm going to share why. What's up, Layla Stanley? First of all, we got this one, Max Groom 7D. All right. This is one that I discovered about 4 months ago or so, and I did a review on. Hey, John, what's going on, big dude? What's going on? Kate, Canton, good to have you guys. John Pork, what's happening? Guys, listen, when you're coming in, would you do me a favor? Hit that like button, just double tap screen. I appreciate that. So the Max Groom 7D. The second one that is in this list today is going to be this one right here. And this one is going to be one that a lot of you guys probably have heard of before. And this one's the VeriShave 2.0. Talked about that one beginning of this year. Most of you guys probably have seen this one. What's up, big dude? This one is the Cut Buddy. Well, this one's actually the Bald Buddy, but it's by the Cut Buddy. And you've probably seen these at Walmart or somewhere. Target, what is it, QVC. They're all over the place, the big box stores. So we're going to talk about that one in a few minutes. Everybody's heard of Manscaped. Have you never heard of Manscaped? If you've never heard of Manscaped, then you guys must be just sheltered inside your homes, never going out. Manscaped. We're going to talk about this one. All right. We're going to talk about this one, and this one is one that everybody has probably seen at Walmart, seen at a Target, seen all that in big top box stores. I mean, Remington's a big name. This is the BaldiePro. All right. Hey, John Pork, good to see you. Take care, man. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. BaldiePro. All right. It's an option people see all the time at the store. All right. And so let's see here. We're going to talk about this one. This is a newcomer. I was introduced to this company last year. And this one is from Hummingbird. It's a new oncoming company from New Jersey. They've got a couple different options of these. This is the Hummingbird. Let's see here. We have this one. Anybody ever seen this one in the chat? Pitbull Gold. Bicycle shaver. Everybody's heard of these. If you've really been looking for head shavers, you've been trying to figure out what head shavers you should buy. If you've done any research at all and know anything about head shavers, you have probably come across this brand, all right? And this one is Skull Shaver. It's got the cool little design here, right? All right. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So another one that we're going to talk about is one that made the list several times. Did not make my 2024 top head shavers that I did back in June. That video actually had like taken off. It's like 136,000 views at this point, I think. But this one right here was not in that. But you probably seen this in several different videos I've done. This is the BaldiePro by Groomie. All right. And so this is going to be the Brio Raze that made top #1 in my video of last year. So we're going to talk about this one and see if the Brio Raze is still #1 in this video. All right. So with that being said, let me know, guys, if you are head shavers out there. And if you are, what has been your favorite head shaver that you've ever discovered or maybe that you use right now? Okay. So what's your top bottom shavers? My mom has one of those in her top drawer. Sorry, when I was reading that, I didn't know what you're saying. Let's see here. I'm getting a lot of comments on here. Which one's good for, you're so funny. No wonder why it blocked you. Okay. So, I'm just going to ignore everything you're saying, because, I'm only going to have conversations with people that want to have mature conversations. Okay. So let's start with the bottom. Okay. We're going to start with ones that I would not recommend. And that would be, first of all, the BaldiePro. If you find this BaldiePro head shaver at a big box store, which that's where they're always at, somewhere around $50, $60 price point, do not buy it. I'm just going to tell you right now, do not buy it, in my opinion. Now, you might enjoy this. Some people may enjoy it. I hated it. I hated the way it felt. Just my personal opinion, it feels like it's just kind of like cheaply made. I don't like how, it's just plastic. I mean, this right here is just flimsy plastic. I mean, just look at that. Just take a look at that. It makes me think of that guy. Just look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. So anyways, this is just cheap, okay? I don't like how the charging port is on it. It's a proprietary charger. It's basically, this is just old stuff, old technology. There's so much stuff better. And for the price you pay for this thing, you can find something way better on either Amazon or on one of these websites that we're going to talk about, because I do have discount codes. Now, somebody's going to say on here, I already know it because I've seen a lot of comments on those last few videos that I've done last year. This guy's just biased. He's just trying to make money off this company. First of all, every one of these companies I can make money off of. I'm just going to tell you that. I can make money off my Amazon storefront. I can make money from the actual company. I do have discount codes from some of these companies, but I'm only going to tell you the ones that I like and I care for. And so, at the end of the day, you don't even have to use my discount code. I don't even care. If you want to use and save money, great. You don't, you do what you want to do. What's going on, Chris? Good to see you. So I would highly discourage anybody from buying the Remington BaldiePro. Why? Because I just feel personally that it sucks. All right, number 2, let's move to another one you find in the store, box stores. Manscaped. All right. Now this one's going to be better than the BaldiePro because it's got a little bit better technology. It's got the USB-C charging capabilities. So they've actually upgraded. They actually decided, well, we're going to go with technology that everybody has. Everybody has an iPhone or a Google Android phone. And most people have the USB-C universal charging. And that's kind of where we've gone these days with everything. So I give them credit for doing that. Some of them, like the BaldiePro, doesn't even have an indicator on it as far as the battery. This one has 3 LED lights. So better say LED, because last time I said LED, somebody made fun of me for saying LED. So many people like to say stuff and just, act immature, say stupid stuff. So I'm going to say LED just for you guys, okay? So this has 3 LED lights on there, so it's better than the BaldiePro because it does kind of tell you, but it doesn't really give you the exact battery representation of where it's at. So if it's like, on 6%. You could be thinking, well, I got 5 minutes left, and it could be 1 minute. You just don't know. I don't like how the heads are on this. They do flex a little bit, but not very much at all. Okay. This did not feel good on my head. It just, I mean, it just doesn't feel good. It's who wants to have a head shaver that doesn't feel good when you shave your head? So the whole purpose of shaving your head with a head shaver is comfort, but also more than anything, it's ease, and it's, you're trying to save money, and it's convenient. All right. Well, this one, I don't like the profile, how far off the head it is with my hand. It's just not a good design, in my opinion. All right. It feels good in the hand, but I just don't care for this one. Okay. Now, this one does not have a travel lock. I've tried to get it to lock, holding the power button down. If you don't know, a lot of these head shavers do have travel locks. You have to hold down the button within 3 seconds usually, and they lock. But I do like how they magnetize on the heads. So they've got that going on. I mean, they picked that up. Almost dropped it, but they picked that up, which is nice. But this one's, I want to say this one's the Plus, the Manscaped Plus. They have a Pro. It's got 5 blades. People say it's a lot better than this one. Never tried it, so I can't tell you. But for the price, the premium that you actually pay for this one, man, there are so many better options than Manscaped. I'm just going to tell you that right now. They've got fantastic advertising. I mean, their marketing is fantastic, but their innovation, I feel like they need to probably take some of the marketing and put it in the innovation. That's just my opinion. You take it how you want it, but I'm just saying that's one that I would not be going to in my normal regular routine. And I'm a head shaver. I do this every 2-3 days. Sometimes I have to wait longer because I am doing reviews. Now, we'll say this, just a little side note. There is Flex Series or Freebird, the Flex Series 1. Didn't really care for it. I did reviews on that. I even shot some videos on that. It's an okay head shaver. It does a decent job. But I got to tell you, I don't like any of the head shavers that have the doors that open up. And I have the reasons why. I'll get more into that later on in this video. The new one is a little bit better design. It does have where the whole heads come off, but it's got 4 blades. It doesn't have an LED. For some reason, when I used that head shaver in the beginning, it was great. But it got to the point where I just struggle with the side here. It gets more coarser on my head with the hair on the sides. And when I got to go over and over and over and over and over it, I struggle with the idea of having a head shaver that you got to keep going over and over and over, because it defeats the whole purpose of getting it done and being fast and convenient. Because if you have to keep going over and over and over, it's not really fast and convenient, right? So that's why I didn't even include that in this one. So I do have that one. I've done videos on that, but it's not in this one, okay? So obviously didn't make my top list because it needs to have some better innovation there. Moving on to the next one, and I'm moving through these as fast as I can because I want to save time and not take all your time. All right, Max Groom. Actually, before I get to Max Groom, let's do this one, Fair Shave. So I was really excited about checking this one out because I think that, who wouldn't want to check this out? When you look at this, does this not look cool? It looks cool. It's different. It's something that you can hold in your hand. There's the button right there. You push it. It's got a cool battery display. I mean, it's got a cool charging dock you can sit it on. It does have USB-C capabilities, charging on it, which is really awesome. They got the innovation on there as far as the technology, 41%. Nice to have that battery on the LED. Again, going back to the heads on this one, these blades, they open up, and I'm telling you, even though they have 7 here, which is, nice, I like having 7. One thing you have to figure out and understand is the more blades you have on the heads, it might sound great and it's nice to have them, but you're going to have more battery and power to have to get these little arms to actually rotate these blades. So it's going to have to take more power to power these heads on here. So the more heads or the more blades on these heads you have, the more battery you're going to be using. So just so you know, the battery life on these that have more is probably going to be drained a lot faster than maybe like a 5 blade, okay, or a 6 blade. 4 blade, I say I probably wouldn't go 4, but 4 is like the minimum. And the only 4 that I would probably do is going to be one that I'm going to talk about here in just a few moments. So keep going and watching. But this one right here, it shaved really good, but I don't like the actual doors that open, how hard they are. I mean, think about it. Every time you try to open one of these doors, how close it is, because there's so many that are close. You're taking a chance every time of breaking these doors. And once these break, you got to buy a new head. And what happens when you got to buy a new head? You're paying more money. And sometimes these things can be like 20, 25, sometimes $30. And so, I'm okay if I spend $30 every 3 months on these. You're shaving your head all the time and you're getting your money's worth. But if you're breaking these all the time, well, what's the purpose of trying to do it yourself when you can just go get it, just throw the money away anyways and go have somebody else do it for you? So Fair Shade 2.0, great idea, but the blade design is where that one really massively fails. I've never really struggled too much on the battery line, but yeah, again, the little head designs on there, it's just no bueno for me, okay? All right, so now I want to talk about, we're getting down to the nitty gritty, the top inner 5 circle, okay? This is going to be the top 5 guys that I'm going to recommend, okay? So I haven't got to the top 3 yet, okay? I'm getting there, all right? I'm getting there to the top 3, but we've already had 4 that have kind of knocked out in the beginning that I would say just kind of don't even waste your time. Don't waste your money on them. Even though I will say that even the bald buddy, I don't think I said this one, and I think I've neglected this one. I'm so sorry for neglecting you. Let me say this. This cut really well. I mean, it did. It cut really good. It feels good. I love the handle. I mean, it's awesome when it comes to ergonomics. The downfall, it just doesn't have the power, the RPM for my head at least. This company recommends that you halfway through the shave, put it in the little tray that it comes with water and turn it on so it kind of cleans itself out. Well, the idea, if you want to shave your head, for me, if I'm going to spend my money, I want to have the whole thing worth everything, or the whole thing worth it to me. What I mean by that is this. I don't want to have to stop shaving my head in the middle to clean these out, all right? Now, it's one thing to clean this out after, kind of like the Skull Shaver has, a cleaning tray that can do it, or the new Brio that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But to have to stop what you're doing and put this in a tray halfway through, there's a problem there for me. Now, this, I use shaving cream, all right? I tried the shaving cream because it came with shaving cream. I bought shaving cream with this company, all right? Well, I don't use shaving cream when I shave my head with these head shavers because they get too thick, and you're already using the trapping space in these head shavers for your hair trappings. When you use shaving cream like foam, it's going to foam up in there. It's going to cause a lot less capacity or space for your hair. So I always recommend shaving with a shaving gel that's like clear, something like that, so you can see what you're doing. I do have recommendations for those. You can check out my storefront at bhtgrooming.com. That's my company. I'm going to be selling a lot of head shaving stuff as far as like, the solutions, pre-shave oils and all that stuff soon. So I do shaving, I don't shave, beard stuff right now and clothing. So stay tuned to that. I will tag some stuff to my channel and my website below as well. But with that said, the hang up on this one is I was doing my head in the shower one day using their shaving cream, and it died. The RPMs couldn't keep up. I think this RPMs, I want to say it's about 7,000, which is pretty common for most head shavers, but just having such a small head on this, it caused an issue with not having enough space in there for that motor. So you can see it does have an LED right there, battery life. The battery, honestly, in this, in the beginning, I liked it, but the battery has really suffered over the last 6 months. I could definitely tell it needs charge faster and faster and faster. Okay. All right. So That's the Cut Buddy or the Bald Buddy, the Cut Buddy, whatever you want to call it. All right, so moving to this one. I got this one. This is the Max Groom 7D. It's got 7 blades on it. I've always said I wish I could find like a 7 blade that magnetized. It had the, USB-C charging capabilities, which, by the way, this one had it as well, which I thought was good. But again, the blade, the whole how small it is and battery life and all that. So I found this one. It has the USB the USB-C charging capabilities, and it also magnetizes, which I thought, dude, yes, it's got everything I wanted. It's got the powerful force on it. It felt great on the head. I'm telling you, the blades felt great. It had the LED display on it. It has a travel lock on it, which is awesome. You hold it down for 3 seconds, 2, 1, comes on. It's supposed to come on. It says 0% battery life. Okay, so I never really had a problem with the battery. I guess I should have charged it. But I always thought what would be cool is if you could take these blades out on some of these, because some of them are restricted. What's going on, Luis? But this one, you can actually unscrew this, kind of like the school shaver, and pull the blades out and clean them individually. Well, there's some companies that are like, I don't know if I want that because, it's a liability. People cut their fingers on the blades, the razors and all that stuff. I've never had any issues with it, but I can understand where they're coming from. You can see there's a lot of space there for your trappings, but I never had any issues. But the cool thing is that this one, if the battery was actually charged, has 2 different RPM settings. So it's got 7,000. Let's see here. I want to say it's got 5,000 and 7,000. I could be wrong, but I know it's got 2 different ones. 7,000 is the highest. So I thought that was cool, but it didn't have a whole lot of RPMs in it. I mean, just basically like everybody else's. But I've always had good results with this head shaver. Now I have a friend who's had 3 of these. He said that when he kept it in the shower, or actually I don't think he kept in the shower, but like he used it in the shower all the time, he started having condensation inside of the LED display here. And so he sent it back like 2 times. I got a 3rd one. And I don't know if the 3rd one's giving him any problems. I told him I've never had any issues with that with this one. But apparently they have like redesigned some things to it. So I don't know, couldn't tell you. But this one was better than all these other ones, but it did not make my top 4. All right, so you can find this on Amazon or maxgroom, I think.com. I'm not sure. I did a video review a while back. I linked everything, but I think this is even in my Amazon storefront if you're interested in something like this. All right, so we're moving into the inner top 4. Top 4. Now, this is probably going to surprise you guys. All right, and honestly, this was kind of like a toss-up, honestly. A toss-up for me. Because the Skull Shaver by Pitbull, the Pitbull by Skull Shaver has always been a great one. I like this thing. I think it does a great job. I think it's a solid one. The Pitbull Gold is kind of like the main hot spot or sweet spot, I guess I should say, because Skull Shaver has the Palm Shaver, which is going to be like their economy lower tier, and I added that last year in the Skull Shaver lineup. It's got like 3 different blades on it. The one I had, at least, it did not have like an LED digital display. It just kind of had the LED indicators, kind of like the Manscaped has. But then they moved up to different ones. The silver, same thing, didn't have the LED, but this one has a LED, and this one you can see it's got 77% on it. And this is I want to say this is the Carver maybe blade. It's got the 4. I've got another one just like it. But this is a great head shaver. It's fantastic, works great. It's comfortable in the hand. But I just don't use this as much as I used to. Now, if I love this as much as some people, I'd use it all the time, but I just don't love it as much as I used to. Okay, so I've tried other ones that I think I love a little bit more, and it's for good reasons. I've got good reasons why I love the other ones better, so we're gonna talk about it. All right, so the next one on my list is going to be, it's going to be interesting because this one is the Brio Raze. I've always loved the Brio Raze. I do. I love it. I still do. It's the top, one of the top third ones in my list today. It was number one last year. I love how it has two different speeds, as you can see. Let me turn this on. You can see speed 1, 33%. And then you can see I hit it again, speed 2. So it's got two different speeds on it. Right down here, if you notice, there's a button here. You push that, and it says CL. It cleans itself. You put it in its own rinse stand, and it does this whole process of cleaning. And it's included in the value price of this head shaver. So you get the travel case with it this time, which was not included last time. And by the way, school shaver, you have to actually buy extra case for it and a rinse stand, and it's expensive. That head shaver, the Pitbull Gold, it's like $100. I know there. I have a discount code. You save $10 off, 10%. But still, $100. It's expensive. $90, even with $10 off, is still expensive, and that's just for the head shaver. This one, I think you can get this one for like $70, somewhere around there, but you get a travel case with it. And not only do you get the travel case, but you also get a rinse stand. And this thing like goes through a whole process of cleaning itself. Digital display. They did make this one compared to the last one LED. LED. I don't know why I said that. It does have LED, obviously, but this one has USB-C charging capabilities, which the other one did not. It had a proprietary cable, but it's got the head that pulls off, so it does not magnetize, just so you know. And don't ever, by the way, take these blades out. All right, don't even try. Don't take the plastic out, because it is going to be impossible to put it back, and you're going to have to buy another cartridge. All right, so one thing that I love about Brio is Eric is the CEO, and they are right up there in the Northeast. And fantastic company. Every time, if you have any issues with any Brio products, I'm a beardsman. I use the Brio Beardscape. I mean, hands down, one of the best beard trimmers on the planet. So I stand behind this company. They have a Brio Vento hair dryer that I use. Fantastic for my beard. Head shaver does a great job. But if you ever have any issues with any of their products, they stand behind their products, and they will ship you a new one, take care of you. Anyway, you don't have to worry about with this company, buying something and then crickets. You don't know how to get a hold of them. So fantastic company. They do an amazing job. Feels good in the hand. I love how big the heads are, like a lot of real estate there. But when I get down to here, a lot of head shavers, they struggle, again, like I said in the beginning, with the coarse hair that I get right above my ears. This one just wipes right through it. Not a problem. It does have the coated blades for like people that have like more sensitive skin. Fantastic option. There's been some people that have said they've had issues with these head shavers as far as the battery. I think there's a process of how to deal with that. If you're curious, you can let me know if you do have issues for some reason. I know some of them. These are all made, every one of these are made in China. Every one of them. We don't have the infrastructure in the United States to make these here in the U.S. They're designed in the U.S., but then they're made in China, and then China rips them off and makes their own designs, just like the ones that we make in the United States, and try to sell them different, cheaper, but they don't back their stuff up or anything like that. You can't ever get a hold of them if you have problems, but at least the American ones, you can guarantee they will. Most of these, I mean, some of them I can't vouch for, but some of the ones that I'm talking about right now, like this one, Brio, fantastic. They stand behind their products. So this one made my number one last year. It's making like my top third this year. Okay. So moving on to the next one is going to be, man, this one's a top one. This one's a hard one for me because I was split between the two. I'm going to talk about one that I've been consistently talking about for a long time. Now, I promise you, if you don't believe me, I do run the Hummingbird YouTube channel. Now, I'm not biased by any means. I said I would help you guys with your advertising. I would help you with kind of build your brand. But I believe I stand behind them, and that's why. I mean, I would never try to help them out and partner with them and stuff, when it comes to building their brand, if I didn't believe in there and use their actual stuff all the time. I do a lot of videos with this because I think it's, and I'm going to show you in a minute why. But this one made my top 2. All right. This one made my top 2 because I got to think, what do I use all the time? And I'm going to talk about what I use all the time. So why did this make my top 2? Well, because it's a fantastic option. See on the top, this one, it concaves, all right, instead of, or sorry, convexes inward instead of concave. Or I guess it would be concave, not convex. The other one, they have an MK3 that convexes, goes outward. This one goes inward, all right? And hopefully I said that right. Concaves in, convex out. But anyways, this has 7 blades, okay? The MK3 that they have, the battery will last longer, but it's a little bit smaller. It's got the digital display. You can see right here, 80%. If you hold this down 3 seconds, it has the the travel lock, which is great when you travel. This is IPX7 rated, so it is waterproof. It does have the USB-C charging capability. So right there, you already see it. It's got a lot of, what's going on, Kiki? It's got a lot of bells and whistles that I like. Notice, here's the magnetization here that I've always liked. All right? Love it. Very strong force. A lot of space inside to trap it. All right? These do not come out, though. All right? Which is okay. It's okay that these don't come out. There's nothing wrong with that. But battery life is pretty good for such a big shaver like this. Now, I love the way this thing feels on my head. I did a review the other day showing my tutorial on how to wet shave your head. I did a dry shave tutorial a couple weeks ago, I think, using, I think it was this one or MK3. I can't remember. But Hummingbird. Let's talk about Hummingbird. Not only is the head shaver good, let me say this. They come with every Hummingbird MK trimmer, beard trimmer, head shaver, face shaver. They've got all kinds of shavers and trimmers, like all the way to like 14 of them, different ones, different lines. But they all come with a travel case. They're all going to be USB-C charging, so they're all the same chargers. But they are owned by a company right there in New Jersey, and so 1 year warranty. They sell like crazy on Amazon. But you can actually buy these from Hummingbird themselves. It's humbirdusa.com. I say that to say that they're having a big Father's Day sale coming up. I think 30% off if you subscribe to their email or something like that. I can't remember. 20% maybe. I don't know. They're having a big sale coming up. I don't even remember what it is, but it's cool. But if you ever have any issues with this, they take care of you. 1 year warranty. I'm telling you, their customer service is like number one, where that's their mindset. We want to take care of our customers, but they put all their money into their innovation. You see all this innovation in this little tool right here, this big tool, compared to all these other ones. But you guys probably never even heard of Hummingbird because they don't put all their money into the marketing. And so that's why I said, I'll help you guys out with sharing your product, because you got a fantastic product that I want to share with people, because I know people will love this thing if they try it. So MK3 is going to be a lot cheaper, probably $35 range, which is fantastic compared to most of these head shavers. But this one's going to be somewhere, I want to say $60 range, somewhere around there maybe, but that's fantastic price again on Amazon compared to all these other ones for what you're getting. All right. Fantastic. I love this thing. I use it a lot in my videos, so you know I'm not just bluffing. But this made my number 2. As much as I love it, made my number 2. Again, I can be affiliate for a lot of these companies, all of them to some degree. But the number one that did it again, and I say that because a lot of people go, man, you talk about this all the time, and the reason why I do is because I've never had issues with it. Now I will say this: that's going to be this one. This one's the Groomie BaldiePro. I was going to say BaldiePro, and I don't want to say BaldiePro because that's Remington and it sucks. BaldiePro. Now here's some cons, okay? I'm just going to tell you, not every head shaver is perfect, all right? This one, I don't like this universal charger, kind of like the Brio Raze last year. You know, they've really upped their game this year and went to a USB-C, which I loved it. This one, I don't like this. All right. I do have a charging dock, so it makes it cool, but it doesn't make it very effective when I'm traveling. But I have to say this. My wife has one of these. Never had a problem. My daughters, yes, both of my daughters have one of these. They shave their legs with it because obviously my daughters are 13, 14. We don't want them using razors and cutting their legs up. But my wife, she's very sensitive to like razors when she shaves her legs and stuff. And so I gave her a school shaver to try of mine a couple years ago, and she didn't like it. I gave her the Brio Raze. She loved it. But then she had some problems with the power button because a lot of people had issues last year with that first design of the Brio Raze falling apart, and that's what mine did. Mine eventually fell apart, my power button. Then they discontinued them, took them off the site and online, and they started redesigning the new one. But in the meantime, I'd gotten this, and this one had a small head like this one, and also like the Flex series, the first version. And so the doors broke, and that's one of the reasons why I have like a sensitive spot when it comes to those things, because those little heads suck how they break. But then they came out with the 2.0 head, which is way bigger, and I was already a fan of the Brio Rays. You can see there's a lot of similarities to it. So a lot of people can say what they want about, well, you just favoritism, you know, you're getting paid. By the way, I'm not getting paid, and these companies don't even know I'm doing this video right now. But you can see, as much as I loved that Brio Rays last year, this head is almost identical, all right? But the difference is the head, the first one I ever discovered that had a magnetizing head. That's why I love the magnetizing heads, like the Hummingbird. All right, check this out. Boom, it magnetizes. All right, which is super nice and easy. All right. What I don't understand is there are some people that say, well, there's a lot of bad reviews on Amazon. There's a lot of returns on Amazon. Well, you're going to have different warehouses. Like, you know, who knows, maybe a pallet got broken or something. Maybe they have inconsistency, because a lot of these do have inconsistencies. It's not just this one. I mean, I've heard inconsistencies with Brio. I've heard inconsistencies with Skull Shaver. I've heard inconsistencies with every one of these head shavers. Okay, we already talked about my friend that had 3 of these or 2 of these, and it's on a third. So you're going to have them when they're in China, all right? But that's when you go to the point of, okay, will they stand behind, you know, their product? I've never had any issues with Groomie. In fact, this is the main body that I had, and it had the smaller head that broke, but then I got this bigger head. So by the way, the 2.0 blades here, cartridge, I don't even know if they even sell the old original smaller ones, but these are interchangeable. It's just, you know, pull this off like this, and it just goes on like this. All right. So it's got the digital display on it. This one's got 71 minutes. So about an hour and 10 minutes or so. It's waterproof. I use it in my shower, but I'm telling you, it feels so soft on my head. All right. Like if I was to shave right now, I could shave this off just by doing a couple strips, because that's how great this thing shaves coarse hair. All right. I'm going to hold this down. I'll show you. It does have a travel lock. 3, 2, 1. And it'll show that it's locked. I've got a case for it. You actually have to buy the case. It's not included in this price. Well, that's another thing I want to talk about. But I do have the case, and I do have the charger stand. All right. So wife loves this. My daughters love this. They take it everywhere. They travel in the car and shave their legs in the car. By the way, a lot of people don't think or don't have the mindset, oh, these could be used for women too. So if you have a wife or a girlfriend who would love to have like a nice, convenient way of shaving their legs, you know, where they don't have to pull a razor out, you know, maybe they're in a hurry, they can be in the car and just do their legs or maybe their ankles or whatever, and save a lot of money. So women can use these too. In fact, I think that most of these head shavers, at least I know, the Skull Shaver obviously came out a while back with a women's head shaver for their legs and stuff. I think Groomie is coming out with their own for women. I don't know for sure, but those work fantastic. Now, here's the deal. I always said these are like $29 or $30, and you save so much money. They're so much cheaper in price compared to like all these other ones. All right. What I failed to forget to say, and because I guess I didn't realize at the time, that is if you are subscribing to their monthly cartridges or their blades system. Okay. That's how they make their money. Now, let me just say this. Full disclosure, you can buy one of these out for 70 bucks. I think they're like 60 something dollars. And this is kind of like same way Freebird does theirs. They always advertise their $30. You're getting 60% off or whatever it is they say. But you are subscribing to their blade refills, and that's how they make their money, because they're not going to give something away for nothing and lose money. I mean, think about that. If you're a business, you're not going to just give something away that's worth something. If you're paying something that's 20 bucks or $30, you may think that it may not have very good value. This one, in my opinion, has great value, at least for me. This one right here, this personal one that I have, and what is it, 3 other ones we have in the house, they've been fantastic. Never returned them. Had them for like a year and a half now, or what, over a year now, actually. Almost a year and a half, actually. But the blade has been out for about a year, this 2.0. So, fantastic, but you can buy it outright for like 69, 70 bucks or 60 bucks. I can't remember, but you can get the one for $29.99 and get the blade subscription. A lot of people go, well, they sucker you into that. Well, if you look underneath it on the Groomie site, you can see it says that you are agreeing, and same way with Freebird, with their subscription. All right. So they're not suckering you into it. You have to read the fine print, guys. Listen, in life, you always have to protect yourself and read the fine print, because it doesn't matter who they are out there. They're going to have fine print. Okay. And it's a business trying to make money. So you can always buy these on Amazon. You don't have to worry about probably getting into a subscription if you're worried about maybe not seeing that. But if you're anything worried about it, just buy it outright. Buy the unit itself. If you're curious how to find it on the website, let me know. I can tell you how to find it, But if you go to it and you try to buy this, it's automatically going to try to get you to buy it for 30, get into the subscription. But if you want to buy this head shaver outright from Groomie, and you just want the body, all right, the unit itself, let me know. What you can do is you can actually click on like shop all, and then go to the actual like head shaver itself and buy it outright. Okay. But this is, again, 2025, all these head shavers I've tried in the last year, this one, still, I mean, the last 6, 7, 8 months, I've talked about this one, how good I've loved it. And I still, to this day, in June 2025, I still think no matter what anybody says, and I'm not a guy that lies, I'm an honest dude, I tell the truth, and authenticity is what you get on this channel. Me personally, that shaves my head all the time, talks about head shaving all the time, and you can consider myself a professional, if you will. This is my number one pick. It's always been my number one pick since the Brio Raze, just like, the first one went off the market and started having issues with it. This has been like my replacement. And so I rotate, just so you know, I rotate from this one to this one. And every now and then I'll use this one. But for the most part, I go back and forth from this one, the MK13 by Hummingbird, and sometimes I use the MK3, just kind of going back and forth from a 6 to a 7. So you can have the 5, 6, which is the MK3 by Hummingbird, and then MK7. Back and forth, back and forth. I just rotate, And some people aren't like me. They're not going to have all these head shavers to be able to rotate, go back and forth. So if you want to find one that works for you, those are the 3 that I would kind of really be focusing on and deciding, okay, do you want an MK13 that's going to have the 7? Do you want it, and it's going to have a little bit less battery life than an MK3, which is going to be like the little brother of it. It's going to have 6 blades. This would be my recommendation. If you don't want the Groomie, which has 5, which is fantastic, You can always go with the MK3 if you're going to leave it around your vanity at home and use it at home all the time. If you're traveling and you just want something that you can have that's going to work everywhere you go, you can use the MK13, but something that's going to be in one place where you can charge and keep it where it's at all the time, where you can use it all the time. MK3 probably. MK13, if you want to travel and have that extra head on it, I love this thing. Digital display is huge on this thing. But again, this one, I'm telling you, this one's like a game changer for me. It's comfortable. It feels great. It's done me so good in the last 9-10 months to a year. Couldn't say enough about Grooming. They've got good natural skincare for your head. I will say that they're going to be kind of like a competitor of mine before long when it comes to skincare. Like I'm going to start selling my own stuff. By the way, if you are a beard guy and you do follow this channel, I put a lot of scents out recently on my channel. And this one just was added to my website tonight. Just so you know, this one's Old Saddle. If you like that leather, vetiver, woodsy tones type of scent. This one's going to be amazing. By the way, you can use this as a pre-shave oil for your head too. You can find it at bhtgrooming.com. But and I'll link this as well in the products. But fantastic stuff, guys. But that's going to be in 2025, my follow-up from last year's video in 2024 of my top 2026 picks, okay? This is my favorite go-tos, and this is what you need to know on these head shavers because there's so many out there, guys. There's Kenson, Chinese brand. There's so many head shavers out there. Which ones do you choose? I mean, so many people, they might see advertisements. They might see Amazon, well, this one looks good. This one's got so many blades. It's got to be good. And you get it, and it's like, dude, this feels like just a piece of trash, And you don't want something that feels good quality and heavy. You're gonna get what you pay for, honestly. But again, a lot of these, like this Hummingbird, for the price you get, or for the product you get for the price, it's hard to be beat. Okay. So with that being said, again, let me tell you, I have all these at an Amazon storefront. Link below. I do also have different links to like discount codes, like to Brio, Groom. I don't have any discount codes to Groomie, Skull Shaver. I do. Hummingbird, I think I do, but I tell most people buy these on Amazon. You get it the next day if you have Prime shipping for the most part. But all the other ones, I wouldn't even waste your money on. I'm just telling that right now. Take my word for it. You can go spend your money on it and then decide for yourself. But let me know, guys, what head shavers are you guys using and what's working for you guys? And, you may like one of these ones that I said that aren't my favorite. I mean, even this BaldiePro, maybe you bought one at Walmart or Target or wherever, or even on Amazon. You're like, you know what? That is like the number one. I love that thing. It's fantastic. That thing would even trim my little sideburns or trim up my mustache or something. So this is my favorite. Well, that's great, dude. I'm happy if that is because some things that you like I may hate, some things I love you may not like, but it's okay because we're here to give our honest opinion, give the pros, cons. Okay, I just dropped my microphone. Give the pros and cons and let you decide what you want to do with it. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. Hopefully this has kind of shed some light on some different options out there available to you. So with that being said, let me know in the comments what you think. Stay blessed, stay bearded, or stay bald. There's a new saying I actually have now, and this is what it says. Yeah, mic drop. What is that? Look sharp. Always remember, all right? Always remember, look sharp and lead strong. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take